Today we're going to explore the world of McDonald's menu hacks because they're putting their menu hacks on the menu, and some of these I've never heard of. But basically, starting January 31st, which is in a couple days, they're going to be allowing you to order these things on the app by saying the name of the hack. We have the Crunchy Double, an order of 6-piece Chicken McNuggets, inserting them into a double cheeseburger. The Land, Air, and Sea, which combines a chicken sandwich, Big Mac, and Filet-O-Fish all on one bun. And Surf and Turf, which puts together a double cheeseburger and a Filet-O-Fish, and will only be available on the app, I guess. So if you want to look like an idiot and go into McDonald's and say, hey, I want a Crunchy Double and a Land, Air, and Sea, you can do that. But instead, I decided I'd get the jump on it a couple days early and just order the items, because they're not going to actually put them together at the store. When you order them, they're just going to give you the separate items, and you got to put them together. So really, it makes no difference. So why not jump the gun? Make these things early and see if they're worth, embarrassing yourself. First thing we're going to do here is the Crunchy Double, which, as you can see here, go for the classic double cheeseburger taste and end up with a tasty surprise of Chicken McNuggets with tangy barbecue sauce. Wow. So is it going to look like this? Well, let's find out. Let's put it together. I have a feeling it's not going to quite look like that, but let's see what our double cheeseburger looks like on its own. What a beautiful creation. Looks fantastic. You got your onions and your pickles and all that good stuff. There's technically 2 patties on here. So let's put that up right there. And what we got to do here is put 6 Chicken McNuggets in here. I don't know if 6 are going to fit. It might be 4 Chicken McNuggets. I think we might have to go with a 4-piece here, just to make it all fit. Then take our tangy barbecue sauce. This is a great video, by the way. I just pour it all over. I'm enjoying this. I guess maybe that's part of the process, is just enjoying putting these things together. Then we're going to take the rest of our double cheeseburger and put it right there on top. Bada bing. There's the Crunchy Double. It looks just like the image. Now let's take a bite. Crunchy Double, here we go. I'll tell you what it tastes like. Aww. I don't want to make this video too long because we're going to do 3 different combinations, so I'll be brief. This sucks. Don't do this. There's no reason to ever do this combination. Eating it, it was basically like tasting ketchup and barbecue sauce. Those were the main flavors. The beef disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. It was like ketchup and barbecue sauce with an aftertaste of chicken nugget. The beef might as well not even be there. It's like they erased the double cheeseburger, and then instead you put ketchup and barbecue sauce on your nuggets, and then put it in bread. It's bad. So don't get this combination. Crunchy Double, thumbs down. I'm not even gonna do out of 5. Thumbs down. Just don't do it. Now we're gonna move on to the next one. It's time to Surf and Turf, which is an app exclusive, but again, these are just separate things. You can just order them. And what you got here is beef and fish. It's a fusion of undeniable classics that brings together the double cheeseburger and the Filet-O-Fish. That's about it. So basically, looking at this, it seems like you put. I'm gonna have to look at this image closely, because you're definitely losing one top bun, and the Filet-O-Fish is going in between the 2 double cheeseburgers. So let's try and do this correctly. Here we have our beautiful ingredients for our new creation. Here's my Filet-O-Fish. I feel like I could use a little bit more sauce than that, maybe spread it around a little bit. And there is a half a piece of cheese on the bottom, which I didn't know was a thing. So which bun are we supposed to lose? I feel like we're supposed to lose this top Filet-O-Fish bun, right? Put that there. Open up our double cheeseburger. Open up this bad boy. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. And now we gotta crack it in the middle so we can reveal all that gooey cheese. There's the top part, which has the pickles and stuff. Here's the bottom part. Take our Filet-O-Fish, put that on top of that, then put this on top of that. There you have it. Surf and Turf. Beautiful. Looks just like the picture, right, guys? Well, let's take a bite of this beautiful creation. We got a nice pickle there right on the side. I don't really like pickles, but I feel like it's going to help in this case. So let's get a bite right there with the pickle end. Maybe we'll get some beef flavor. I don't know. 3, 2, 1. Ah. Oh. There's a nice, beautiful cross section in case you really want to see what that looks like. There's that Filet-O-Fish right in the middle. Again, I want to be quick with this. I don't want to waste too much time. This is a messy mess, and what I taste is basically Filet-O-Fish with ketchup. It kind of loses. It's weird. You lose the tartar sauce in this mix, and again, you lose the beef. It's almost like a double cheeseburger just might as well not exist against other things, because what it tastes like is a fish sandwich with ketchup on it, but thicker, and you lose the tartar sauce flavor, basically. And there's some cheese, okay, so I'll give it that. But really, again, this is not a worthwhile combination in any way. If you should just buy a Filet-O-Fish and eat it normally, or buy a double cheeseburger and eat it normally. There's nothing being added by combining these two items. There's no, there's nothing happening. There's no umami flavor or whatever. There's no combination. There's no fusion. It's just two separate things, and one of them overrides the other, and then that's it. So don't get this either. This surf and turf, no way. Now we're gonna try the big boy. Now let's say hello to the big boy of them all, the land, air, and sea. Cover all bases and cravings with this menu hack of a Big Mac, McChicken, and Filet-O-Fish. It might float, it might fly, it might take a walk, take a bite and enjoy. I don't know what that means. I guess because it's land, air, and sea, but that's just, I don't really understand that. So we're gonna have to look at this picture closely to make sure we follow it, because it looks like we only have 3 buns. It looks like we're using the middle Big Mac bun, and I think we're ditching the buns on both the McChicken and the Filet-O-Fish. But let's construct it together and see what happens. Okay, here we have our component parts, the Big Mac, the Filet-O-Fish, and of course the McChicken. Let's start with the Big Mac. I don't know if you've seen what it looks like lately. Let me take it out. It's a little crooked, and there's just pickles on the side. Interesting. Look at that. Beautiful. All that lettuce. Isn't that what you want? What a treat. Okay. Let's leave that there. We got our Filet-O-Fish, number 2. This one looks like it has a little bit more sauce on it. And then we've got the beautiful McChicken, one of the only items still really that's relatively cheap, although now it costs $1.49. So kind of lost that aspect as well, but there it is. Not bad for $1.49. I like a McChicken. Regular McChicken, not hot and spicy, just to be sure, because on the West Coast they only have hot and spicy in some spots. So you got to substitute, and there's a lot of goddamn lettuce. So let's put this thing together. We know it's got the sesame seed bun on top. According to the picture, it looks like the McChicken goes right here. And it also still has some of the lettuce and stuff in the picture. So we're gonna put it right there like that. Bam, done. Then you got the burger. Let's flip it upside down. Then you got one burger patty and the pickles and stuff. Then you got the middle bun. And then underneath the middle bun, right there is where our fish is gonna go. I'll take that off. So this is gonna be a problem. Hold on. The cheese is sticking. There we go. Come on. There we go. Get all the good tartar sauce off of the bun right there. Make sure we get all that good stuff. Bam. Here we are. And this goes just like that. And then we got our bottom thing right here. And that, for everybody who wanted to know, is what the land, air, and sea will look like in person. It's a little lopsided, but there you go. It's got all the elements you ever want. I'll try to clean it up before I take a bite. I've cleaned this thing up as best as I could. I've cut it in half to show you the cross section. I gotta say, right off the bat, even I am vaguely disgusted by this, and I've eaten a lot of terrible, terrible fast food. Here we go. This is the land, air, and sea in all its glory. You can see the McChicken patty there, one beef patty, middle bun, Filet-O-Fish, and bottom patty. There's mac sauce in there, there's tartar sauce, there's mayo, there's lettuce, there's pickles, there's onions, sesame seed bun, blah, blah, blah. There's cheese, and I think that's it, but I just don't know. I'm gonna try to get a corner. This is pretty big. This is actually pretty big, and I have a small mouth, so I'm gonna try to get a whole bite in here, but I don't know if I can. Pray for me. I don't know if I'm broken at this point, or the world is broken, or what is happening. I feel like I just experienced something. I'm not quite sure how to explain this experience. I'll say this, of the 3 combinations, this one was the least offensive. The other 2 were both terrible. This one was acceptable, but oddly tasted almost like nothing. I don't know how this happens, how you combine all these things that have pretty strong tastes together and they end up tasting almost like nothing. The pickles come through. The pickles come through, and the Big Mac sauce kind of comes through a little bit. But everything else kind of blends into a vague meat thing. I don't know. It's very odd. I still would not suggest it as an experience, but if you're going to do one of these, I guess do that one. But hopefully you're watching this video and you're realizing that this is all incredibly stupid. Now, they do have one other one here, which is this hash brown McMuffin, which I would suggest go ahead and do. I've done that many times. I think most people have. That's an easy one. I don't even know if you call that a hack. Everybody I know has put a hash brown on their McMuffins before. I already know that one's good. So out of all four of these, the one we didn't get to try, which is breakfast because it's not breakfast time, is good. Hash brown McMuffin, fine. The other three, I would suggest not doing for your health and for your sanity and for everything else. Just don't do it. I'd like to end this video with a shout out to the real menu hack, which is not here. For the OG, the one everybody knows and that's done. If you are, let's say, over the age of, I don't know, 20, you probably did this. It's the McChicken, it's the Double Cheeseburger, it's the McGangBang. It's very simple. You put the chicken sandwich into the Double Cheeseburger, buns and all. That's it. That's the whole experience. That's the McGangBang. That's what everybody knew growing up. And I think part of the reason of that was that they used to have a $1 menu at McDonald's. In case you didn't know, in case you're too young, they used to sell things for $1 all the time, and you could just get double cheeseburgers for $1 and McChickens for $1. So for $2, you could have, you know, a nice meal. Not the case anymore. If you want to pick up these two, you're paying $2.49 here. It's probably more expensive other places. $1.49 for a McChicken, $4. So essentially double what it used to cost to make your McGangBang. But if you want to experience a McDonald's menu hack and you haven't done a McGangBang before, that's the way to go. Forget all this crap, except for the hash brown McMuffin. That's fine. McGangBang, shout out to OG. They couldn't put it on here because it's called McGangBang, so obviously that's not going to work for McDonald's marketing. But yes, do that menu hack instead. I just poured this myself. And avoid this. I want to say one thing about the Land, Air, and Sea before I go, is that I really dislike the fact that they're sending you these items separately and you're essentially getting rid of 2 full buns making this thing and a box, and it feels so wasteful in multiple ways. Food waste, environment, everything. You're throwing away a lot of food and you're throwing away packaging that's unnecessary to make this thing. And it's the case for the other items as well, but it's especially bad in the Land, Air, and Sea because you're throwing away 2 full buns to make this thing that you're not going to eat. Nobody is. So if you're doing this, do it for the novelty, I guess, whatever. But I really dislike the idea of this in a lot of ways, especially when you consider that impact. So food waste and environmental impact off the charts. Thanks, McDonald's. You're really contributing. Think locally, act globally, all that stuff. So anyways, do a McGangBang if you really feel like it. Avoid all the rest except for breakfast, because McDonald's breakfast is still really good. See you next time.